Today is July 30th, 2026. Hopefully the volume is okay. I can't really get a good angle. Actually, maybe I should put this more up here. Oh, there we go. I can't get a good angle. That's better though. The sun is setting. It's really nice, but it's actually really hot. I have the windows closed because I don't want any noise from traffic nearby. But today was just like a day of tears. I had to do this assessment with, not with WCB obviously, but with income support. And it was just bizarre. I recorded a lot of it, just because, in my experience, I sometimes have these, when I have to have these meetings with, different government workers, later, I find myself wishing that I had recorded the conversation so that I could go over it again, because they say some bizarre things. And one government worker told me that I'm not allowed to record them. But the thing about government workers in Canada is that I've noticed they will lie to your face. So I know the law in Alberta is you can record. It's a province where it's only one party consent. So that means I consent to being recorded. The other person doesn't have to. The other party doesn't have to consent. So, yeah, that's the law. And so I can record it fine. Anyways, it's not, and plus I'm not even it's not like I'm posting it to YouTube. So just for my own personal record. So the conversation was just absolutely bizarre. And I'm glad that I recorded it for posterity so I can listen to it later, listen to it years in the future, because it's basically I have this serious injury, but somehow this government worker thinks that just telling me repeatedly that I'm fine will somehow heal this injury. And I'm like, lady, you can say whatever you want. It doesn't make it reality. So it's just absolutely, sometimes I don't know. I don't understand people who take these jobs. Basically, they come to work and they just lord it over people that their lives are destroyed, and they get enjoyment out of it. It's half these people in social work are just psychopathic, I think. Because I think in my whole time in being in Canada, I think I've met one that I think was actually a decent social worker. And the sad thing is, she got demoted during the pandemic. She got demoted. I'm like, sure, the one competent worker loses her job. It's just, of course, with some of those jobs, she worked for a nonprofit. Some of those jobs, it's just political, whoever they like, whatever. But I thought that was really strange, because I do think she really did a good job. She was an actual nice, decent person with morals. So unemployed. Yeah. So I listened to the second half of it. Unfortunately, I was recording it on my laptop because I was talking to her on the phone. And one thing she said, she was like, it's just so bizarre. They try to catch you doing something. She was like, where were you when I just called? And she's like, you sound like you were out and about or something. And I was literally peeing. I was literally on the toilet peeing, and then when she called, I was like, I answered on the first ring because I had my cell phone with me. I was like, oh, you called right on the dot. And so she said something really bitchy, like, yeah, why wouldn't I? Or something like that. It's like, you just respond in a normal way. You don't need to be a bitch about it. But of course, you just have to, as the welfare recipient, you just have to take the abuse, because what else can you do? And so psychopaths, plus, they're going to take jobs like that. They're going to be like, yeah, I can now I can just abuse people all day, and they're not going to be able to say anything. you know, so it's just like no human decency. And so later in the interview, she said, well, it sounded like you were somewhere, you were out and about when I called you, like she's some kind of detective, when I was like peeing on the toilet, and then I had to press mute so I could flush. And so it's like, it's just bizarre. Like, I know you were out and about. Who are these people? Like, I mean, they're just, it reminds me of when I went to the WCB doctor, and I had a pen in my hand, and he was like, you can't have a neck trauma. I saw you holding that pen. You're like, what? What in the world? That's the end of my rant.